Hey guys, welcome to another video at Sweevel's Garage. This episode we are going to be working on the blue Mach 1 that we bought. It's a twin turbo 475 MMR stroker. You've seen us pull the engine out and then I haven't done anything to it. So this episode we are going to wash it, see the car, what we bought really, because I don't know what condition it's in at all. It was a good deal, so I just bought it. And we bought it as is, found out it was a stroker motor, fully built. Has comp cams, pretty much everything, full fuel system, twin turbo kit. It's an on-3. So I'm gonna flip the camera, show you what we are up to right now, because we bought the car with a random misfire. It was an exhaust seat, got the heads rebuilt, so those are in there fresh, did complete head rebuild. So valves, guides, seats, everything. So I'm gonna flip the camera, show you what we're gonna do right now. All right guys, as you guys seen in the last episode about this car, everything was powder coated purple. Everything is dirty because it's sat in a storage unit for like 6 years or something. But anyways, we are gonna get these to the sandblaster. His name's Rob, he's local. We're gonna blast these things and get them powder coated tux, which is like a texture black, almost like a Whipple supercharger. And then the short block is in here. Now that we got the heads back, I should have had this stuff powder coated before, but short blocks here, we cleaned it all up. It all checked out good. Here is the heads, freshly rebuilt. So they look good. And everything's redone on them. So they're ready to go on. Got a set of Cometic head gaskets. So got everything to put it back together. So next few days, I'm gonna be putting that together in this episode. You guys can watch. And as we're putting it together, those pieces are gonna get blasted and off to powder coat. And by the time we get the long block put together, I should have these back, because I'm gonna take my sweet time on them. Got the head studs over here. Has the cast tensioners, which I like. One thing I didn't like though is it had factory guides and tensioners. So we're gonna get billet ones. So I should order those today. And yeah, let's go drop these off and see what they look like when we get them back. But in the meantime, let's build the motor. So the heads were 100% redone. New guides, seats, everything. So they turned out awesome. They really cleaned up good. So we're gonna get these bad boys on and then wait for those covers to get back. This motor should run pretty good. So let's get to it. Here we go guys, just showing you how nice the cylinders are and stuff. They're not scored or lipped or anything. So really nice engine came with this car. So we're gonna get these heads bolted on. All right guys, the day has come where we are gonna wash this thing. See what it actually looks like. It looks super rough, but it is very dirty. Under the hood is just as dirty. So we're gonna be spraying everything when I wash it. It's dirty everywhere. So we're gonna clean this thing up before we get the motor back in. So we don't have to do it later. And hopefully it cleans up pretty good, because we got to get this thing down the road and get that new Shelby. So let's push this thing back and get her sprayed. Guys, look at how nice this thing turned out. I mean, it needs a buff for sure, but for what it looked like, what I thought I bought to this, and I actually dried it off, so it is not Craigslist mint right now. It's actually what it looks like. I blew dry it and everything. Like I said, you can see some stuff where I had a clay bar. So it needs a good buff, but I'm gonna do that after it runs. But man, she turned out like a beaut. So very pleased. Under the hood turned out pretty good too. So I'm gonna push this thing back up on the hoist, put it in the air. We might pressure wash the bottom just so everything's nice, because I'm trying to get pretty good money for this. So, but I'm pretty happy about this. Turned out good. Fenders need a little alignment. I think they've been off to get that kit on and off a lot. But man, that is sweet. Well, let's get underneath it and see what we got underneath. Got the stuff back. Turned out awesome. So I'm gonna start putting the engine back together and get this thing back in the car. Got the Mountain Dew. Gonna be a good weekend. All right, guys, we got the powder coat done as you've seen in the last scene, and it's currently Sunday. I came in here after the Vikings won, so that's good. And we're getting the motor back in the car because I'm anxious, really anxious to get this new GT500. So if you want something, you got to work for it here on a Sunday. It's pretty late, been here like 4 hours. Got the motor all together, so I'll show you guys that now. And if you guys are looking for a high horsepower Mach 1, hit me up because this will be for sale pretty quick. So here's the engine. As you can see, it turned out awesome. I like the powder coat black, just like my Slowbra. Looks way better. You can see the heads are all fresh. MMR oil pan. Intake's kind of struggling, but it does get covered with the shaker hood, so not too worried about that, but it looks pretty good. So I'm gonna shove the front main in, get the harmonic bouncer on, and I'm gonna get it off the engine stand and hook the transmission up. So we're making stuff happen. All right, guys, it's been a couple days. Got this thing apart like you guys seen. Got the motor and transmission all together now. I'm about to lower the car onto the engine, and it went together pretty good. If this was mine, I was keeping it, I probably would have blasted the headers and re-ceramic coated them, but since it's just going down the road, not everyone's as picky as me. Let's get this thing together. Just like that, guys, got the motor in. It's pretty tight. It's actually not too bad. I still like doing Terminators better, but got it in. Tomorrow I'm gonna wrap up the accessories and stuff, probably bolt the twin turbo kit on, and keep plucking away at this project. I can't wait to get this thing down the road, free up some money for phase 3. You guys will see that in another episode, the one right after this. So stay tuned. I'm on to big things here. All right, I think I finally have everything done. The vacuum lines, I'm unsure of. I kind of guessed. I'm not good with vacuum lines in turbo cars, but I just got the pump wired in. I'm gonna put it on the battery before I start it. Right now, I'm gonna see if it fires. If it fires, then I'll come out here and hook that up right away. But if it doesn't, then there's no point. I just have them dangling there for now because it's the end of the day of the week. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving, so I'm gonna go home early. I just wanna hear it run. I haven't got it to run yet. So first initial try right here. I'm gonna turn the key on, check for leaks, and then we're gonna go from there. Here we go, first try. If it starts, I'm gonna shut it off right away because I'll have to hook up that pump for the turbos, but first try. Uh-oh. The battery might be dead. I'm gonna put the charger on it quick. All right, we put the jump back on it. I don't want to deal with the charger right now. Let's just see if it starts. sound good. Huh. I'll look over some stuff. Finally got it running. As you guys seen, it went from not starting to me just saying it started. That was like a few days difference in the videos. But back here, there's this plug. I'll show you guys just in case you ever run into this. I always work on Terminators. This is the first Mach one I've worked on. But there's a round plug back here, if I can find it now, that we had flip-flopped, and that was causing no spark. Which is weird that they have two of the exact same plugins back here, kind of by each other. I don't know what the other one goes to, but let's see if I can find it here. I probably won't be able to find it now. But anyway, it's kind of a round plug, and there's two back here. They look identical. We had them flipped around the wrong way, so we had no spark. And we knew that from the snap-on scanner, and we were diagnosing it because we had no crank signal. So it almost got to the point I was second guessing my timing marks, which is not like me because I've timed these things a million times. But then I got back here. I'm really trying to find it for you guys. I think, yeah, it's pretty stuck. Here it is, right here. It looks like this. There's two of them just like each other, and they're flipped around. So don't run into that problem. This has EGR delete, so that's why some of these are gone. But don't run into that problem, guys. That was the starting issue. We flipped them around and started right up. So now that it runs, we got to figure out what we're going to do with it. I think I'm going to send her down the road. And another thing that I didn't really tell you guys on, because that was weeks before, in part one video and the start of this video, you see it turns over super slow, and we always had to jump start it. Well, we threw a new starter in it and it cleared that up. So the starter was shot. Like, it worked, but it didn't work. So, and as an aftermarket performance starter, I just put a stock one in there, and now it turns over like it should. Quick, easy, just fires right up. So that is that problem also. All right, guys, we're back. I had this finished for a while now. The video kind of got away from me. It does run, drives, it's all done basically. I just gotta buff it. That's why there's no like antenna and stuff on it, because it was in the trunk. It's a lot easier to buff it with it off. So I gotta buff it, and then I'm gonna post it for sale. In the next video, you guys will see why I'm posting it for sale right when I got it done. As I think I told you guys in the first part one of this car, I did buy this to flip it, and then we thought about keeping it. Well, now I have to sell it, and I'll tell you why in the next video. I don't have to, but I plan to. And it does have the bumper right there for a lot of you guys asking on my for sale post. So right now I'm asking $25,000 for it. If somebody's watching and wants it, 20 grand, it's yours. We can even come up with something for shipping. I'm in South Dakota. So if you guys like the video, you like the car, and you want it, 20 grand, it's yours, which is a complete steal. You guys know that just by looking at the parts in the videos. The motor alone is 12 grand. Twin turbo kit's 9 grand. And then you got the built rear end, the car. So 20 grand's a steal if this is what you're looking for. But I'm gonna flip the camera and kind of show you guys the car after it's all put together, because I don't think I've done that yet since I bought it. So let's get to it. Here it is, guys. Don't judge. It's super dirty. Again, obviously it's a body shop here, and I haven't buffed this thing at all, and it was in a storage unit for like 5 or 6 years. So there's how under the hood turned out. I didn't really detail it much. Like the scoop and stuff is still pretty dirty. But the motor, we repowder coated everything. It was purple, now it's black. I always unhook the battery. It's just what I do, especially now. It's negative 18 degrees for a high today with wind chills like negative 40 something. So here's the car, guys. Like I said, if this is what you're looking for, 20 grand is a steal. Car's really straight. It's, in my opinion, it's not something you go to car shows with, but you could make it to that point. It's more of a drag car. I had to put a stock shifter in it because that ratchet one was a piece of junk. So that's why it's kind of under construction right now. But this one works way better. And when you put it in reverse, you got to hit this button and hold it because the transmission's super built. I got to put the turbo blankets on and stuff, put the computer back in. It's all minor little stuff. But it's so cold out that the shop even feels kind of cold even with the heat turned up. So it's just freezing in this state right now. So I haven't been working too hard on it. But yeah, we got everything done. The new headlights are in, new turbos are on, starts right up. And then the front looks sweet with the blue in the grill. So pretty sweet. I do have a couple clips. I would start it right now for you, but being this cold, I don't want to open the doors and the E85 stinks really bad. I'll put some clips here after this one of it running. Some will be from Snapchat, so they'll be up and down, and some will be regular. Just so you guys know, can hear the cams a little bit and stuff. But there's the finished product. I'm gonna buff it and send her down the road. So if any of you guys are interested, hit me up on Instagram or Facebook, Randy Sweevel with the Z, and we can figure something out. So that's gonna conclude this part 2 video. I know it's kind of all over the place like most of my videos. I need to start dedicating more time for just YouTube instead of work. I know a lot of you guys are saying you like my videos, so I need to start doing a little bit better job. But that's gonna conclude this video. Thanks for watching. The clips will be next and you guys can hear this beast run.